Yeah, we at Acaf 221 South 52nd Street. Got my man Meir Malik, Southwest Philly. He's in the building. He slid through for another interview. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, brother, for sliding through.
Thank you.
Always love when you come through. And I want to start off by asking you about your progression. I know last time you was trying to move and you was going through physical therapy. So how is that going now for you?
What's today's date? The 7th?
17th, November 17th.
Damn, I'm lost. All right, so about a week or so ago, it was 4 years of me being injured. November 6th, 2020. So the progression from when I first came there, I was in a manual wheelchair that had to be pushed by other people. Now I'm inside of a power wheelchair where I push myself. And as you see my hands moving more, as you see my legs moving more, as you see I'm moving more.
Looking flexible.
Yeah, I'm looking way better. The point I'm bringing down to the people is my cervical levels is C2, C3, C4, C5. Plus I had 2 TBI strokes on the right side of my brain, one major, one minor, which knocked out the left side, which means that I'm not supposed to be moving at all. I'm a C2 burst fracture, which is one of the highest cervical levels. The highest cervical level is a C1. And the C1, you're on life support for the rest of your life. So for me to have a C2 burst fracture, which means my vertebrae burst, I'm blessed to be moving like this. And I don't take nothing from it. I'm happy. This is what it is. I know it's life support for life. So yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a blessing. Like I said, you're the inspiration, you're the motivation, you know what I'm saying, for the culture, for the people, your wisdom and everything. I did want to ask you about abuse, because I know a lot of people go through abuse. So what's your take on that topic?
In this position, a lot of people in my position deal with abuse heavy. And I can honestly say I dealt with it on a level. I dealt with it on a level that a lot of people would never be able to understand it. This is my son right here, this is Jeremiah.
What's up, young king? How you?
I don't like to talk about this shit. But, like I said, the moment I'm able to release is the moment I'll be able to let go. I can talk about a lot of evil shit that I went through in my life in this position. Mental all the way down to physical abuse. You gotta remember, both my arms and both my legs didn't and don't work at the time. So all I could do was just sit there. And you imagine every fucking day, every single day from the morning to the time you go to sleep, you being cussed the fuck out. Cursed out. And mind you, I'm being cursed out so bad that I can't even say shit back because I'm coming off of 2 brain strokes. So I'm not witty, I'm not fast enough. You could say something to me and I'll be like, and I can't say nothing back. So all I do is just fucking cry. That's all I could do. All the way to the point where I remember I was only at the hospital for probably like 7 months. If that, and I'm guessing. This woman kicked me out the fucking house. My son, I think he was about, how old was you? 5. He was 5 years old. It was fucking cold outside. I lived in a fucking apartment in Levittown. They had to carry me down the steps, put me in a wheelchair. They packed all my shit up, carried me down the steps, put me in a wheelchair. And this crooked ass lady who I was doing the home care with was in conjunction with my ex. So basically she told me I'm kicking the fuck out. And she called a car service to come pick me up and take me to a fucking motel. Not even a hotel. A motel. Mind you, I wasn't even at the hospital that long, so I'm still fucked up. Jeremiah, you remember that day? How long till after we got to the motel, what happened?
So like when like we were like 2 minutes in and then we were and then he just started peeing blood and screaming and I was like, what is happening? And then he had to call 911 and then he called 911 and the cops like said like he had to call a Uber driver that I didn't even know to come get me and I was crying and I said no, I don't want to go, and they said, and the cops was like, you gotta go, your dad has to go to the hospital and you can't go. And I was crying. He said, if you cry you make me cry, stop crying. And then the Uber driver had to take me to my grandma's house and my pop-up had to pick me up there.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing. So, Meir Malik, why did she kick you? Who kicked you out, and why did she kick you out?
Well, truth be told, I don't want to give her no fucking platform. But it was my ex, somebody I was with for years. That's not from Philadelphia. She kicked me out. I don't know her reason, like I told you. I was still mush brain. She'd probably tell people I threatened her, I hurt her, or what the fuck could I do? My voice wasn't even that strong. I'm not acting like I was no angel, but to a crying baby, what the fuck you do to a crying baby? You either put a pacifier in their mouth and you keep the ball rolling, right? But if you got an erratic person that's acting crazy, if that, what you do, you close the door and you go in another room, right? Mm-hmm. You don't throw that person out with their baby. I can't take care of myself. How the fuck am I gonna take care of my baby? You heard him sit there and say, he started crying, and you heard me tell him stop crying, or you gonna make me cry. That shit's serious, bro. It's something I don't never talk about. You understand what I'm saying? So when I tell people about things that I've been through, I don't talk. That's one thing. That's one thing. I ain't getting to the next part. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, when I had to get rushed to the hospital, I was pissing blood, straight blood. My catheter was going into my back, straight raw blood. I go to the hospital, I said I had kidney stones. So I had to be in the hospital for another week and a half. But I got way worse shit than that he witnessed. Can we have him tell y'all that?
You want to touch on that? You want to speak on
Look,
it?
grab the microphone. Remember how to take it off?
Yes. There's another thing that happened, and about like 2:00 in the morning, and then that lady, she kept arguing with my dad and stuff, and then it got to the point where she pushed him out the bed, and then she spit in his face, and he almost broke his neck, and he could have died. And the cops came, and he had to get rushed to the hospital again, and it was like, my grandpa had to come get me. It was like not good, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing again. And it sounded like she was an evil woman. He was dealing with there's a lot of evil people in this world, and she's one of them. So I'm glad that you had, knowing you got the strength, you overcame that. So I'm thankful for that. And I want to touch on some positive things that's going on right now. I know you.
Yeah, I want to get into the positive. I wanted to point that out to the people because a lot of people may look at my situation and think that everything was good and like, all right, I went through some fucked up stuff. And that's literally an atom. That is literally a small particle that nobody can see. I let my son tell y'all because I want y'all to hear that I ain't fucking making this up. And this is something that this little boy, he's 8, he's about to be 9 years old. he's never going to forget. He's never going to forget he watched his dad get pushed off the fucking bed onto my neck after he had rushed to the hospital, bro. And then she tried to tell me that I spazzed off the bed. It's 4 years later, I still never ever fucking spazzed off a bed. I can't spaz to the right. I'm paralyzed on the right side. I fell off the right side. I can fall to the left. I can fall to the left. I cannot fall to the right. So with that being said, abuse is abuse, bro. People need to really look into this shit. Pay attention. If your peoples is crying, if your peoples is angry, if your people are mad, don't tell them what their fucking problem is. Do what? Ask them. And they're going to tell you. And that's a major thing. We got to sometimes stop looking at situations like there's only women that get abused. People in this position get abused greatly. I just had a woman fucking take a lot of money from me. I'm putting her fucking name out there next. And these are people that play on you. Play on you, play on your heart, play on your condition, and play on you and fucking rob you. So abuse is abuse, and I need the people to really pay attention to everybody that you love and make sure that you love them. And the way that you love them is that you say something, you get into it, and you help them. Because guess what? All the fucking women in my family are suckers. They let her do that. That's why she did it. She's not even from Philly. How the fuck can you feel comfortable doing this to somebody if you know nothing is going to happen? I fought all my fake ass sisters. I fought my mother. I fought my grandmother. I fought all of them who allowed this woman to be a fucking demon. I would never allow nobody to do shit like that to mine. And y'all, everybody knew who I was when I was walking. I wasn't no demon. I wasn't no fucking sucker either. I would never, my dad was in the wheelchair. My dad is in the wheelchair. Been in the wheelchair for 33 years. I never let a nigga look at him crazy. Let alone we hear about somebody fucking abusing your loved one. So shout out to my sister, my bitch ass sister, Tiffany Howard. She knew about me getting abused. Her gay ass, and I'm gonna say that, her gay ass knew that I was getting abused. I always thought that she was in love with my fucking ex. I've been going through this for a long time. My sister knew about it, did nothing about it, but guess what she did do? I'm putting this on the interview. I want the world to know this. She went on a fucking excursion with her. She just went on a trip with her a couple months ago, out the country. The fuck that sound like? Tell me that don't sound weird. Let alone on the phone you got on a fucking airplane in another country with my abuser. This is what I mean by we have relatives, we don't have family. See this brother sitting in that chair? That's Rico the trainer. I met this brother on the fucking streets and he told me how much he loved me and appreciated my style and what I bring to the people, the inspiration, all that. He didn't even know that I had sepsis and I was on my way to the hospital to check myself in. He know now how depressed I was. But I went in the hospital and guess what? Every fucking day he was sitting there with me. It wasn't for clout. He didn't get on my Instagram. He didn't do nothing. That nigga made sure I was cool. And this is what I explain to people. Family is a word, right? So is relatives. But what was the joint that Kiss said? Family what? How it go?
Blood taken in water, only in certain cases.
And that's how life go. Because at the end of the day, my alleged family were my fucking enemies. And they created this fucked up path for me for people to be able to do shit to me. I'm telling you, bro. Who the fuck would be able to do something to somebody in this position if you got real family? Do you know I'm the third oldest of 13 children? It's even worse, right?
Yeah, a big family. Well,
I have
a lot of siblings.
Exactly, that's what I got. I had one fucking sister come to my house when I was living with my ex. This little motherfucker tried to fight me. Little bitch jumped up, tried to rush at me. What the fuck can I do back to you? Her husband had to hold her back. What the fuck was you gonna do to me? This is what I've been dealing with. I don't talk about it. But the world sees me. I got over 95 million views on TikTok. Not one fucking video with a fucking family member besides Jeremiah and my daughter. I don't tell y'all nothing, but I'm not mad. You wanna know why? Because I'm building this little boy right here to be one of the strongest mentally, physically, spiritually, kind-hearted, good men that's gonna grow. We don't listen to the fucking radio. We don't watch TV. We don't follow nobody on the internet. We don't do none of the shit they do. And I teach my son that. I teach him that shit ain't that. That's all a facade. All this Louis, Cartier, that's all a facade. Take all this shit off me, I'm still the same man. I'm gonna tell her, I told y'all this before I got on the camera. I say this shit to the world. This shit ain't real. This type of shit bothers me to the core because at the end of the day, in order to get a better force of recovery is peace. And it took a very long time for me to be able to breathe, bro. Can you imagine you crying every fucking night for almost a year straight after you got out the hospital? I was on life support for 7 months. I was on life support for 7 months. Got out the hospital, my ex was cursing me the fuck out while the machine was going off. And she was mad at me because of some shit that happened in California.
Yeah, before we move on to the hot topics, do you want to touch on anything or finish speaking about anything?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to tell you about, like I said, the joint ventures that we got coming up. I am now a 50-50 partner of electrical stimulator shirt called the Body Barrier Electrical Stimulator shirt. And it's like an Under Armour type shirt. They got pads on the shoulders, the forearms, the back arms, the back, the lower back, and it makes you fucking move. Now, as a quadriplegic, as y'all see, my arms don't move. But if you look on the video, with me using it, I'm in a standing frame, I'm doing a fucking airplane. So with that being said, if that can make that happen, if that can happen for me, that can happen for you. And my partner, Angelo, that's in Atlanta, he's the only person in the world with that pad. Let me say it again. Remember I was looking at that camera? Let me get the camera. He's the only person in the world with that patent. It's one other person that got it, but you gotta plug it up, which means this shit about to go crazy. God willing, that's all I'm saying.
So he invented the pet.
Yes. He's the only person in the world with this patent. Another person that has this style of suit or shirt, you gotta plug it up. This joint, all you gotta do is just sit the control, you push it in on the chest, and go to the modes, and you working.
Could you give advice to someone who's a quadriplegic? That's how you pronounce it?
Quadriplegic.
Quadriplegic, who just recently got diagnosed with that. Could you give some advice?
The best advice is, like I stated once before, if you could control it, because a lot of times we can't. Make sure that your circle is pure. Make sure that everything around you is pure. If it's evil, get away from you. Because at the end of the day, you as a quadriplegic, you are 1,000% dependent, which means you have to ask, you have to need, you have to want, and it has to go through these people. And if these people are evil, you don't want that around you. And that has, it has everything to do with your safety, but this has more so to do with your mental. Because if they're evil, you'll be evil. If they're nice, you'll be nice. You ever feel like, damn, I'm about to go home and eat some food and be happy? I'm coming from therapy. I'm about to go home and eat some food and be happy and talk to my fucking woman.
That energy transfer, the energy is going to transfer.
Yes.
For sure.
But this how I used to be. I used to stay in therapy till 6 o'clock. My therapy was over at 3. I used to stay till 6 o'clock until everybody left. Why? Because I didn't want to fucking go home.
Well, I want to hop into the hot topics.
Hold up,
your
before
take
we
on
get
it.
into hot
Okay.
topics.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about this last joint venture that we got going on.
Okay, finish up.
We got something called Get the Fuck Out the Bed. Now, if y'all know anything about me, y'all remember when I first got on the internet and I was trying to get myself together, I had the t-shirts that said Get the Fuck Out the Bed. And I was trying to let people know all around the world, don't matter what we're going through, we got to get the fuck out the bed. And this is with mental and this is with physical disabilities. So me and Rico, well, I started this Get the Fuck Out the Bed movement mentally. And I know what I wanted to do with it. But like I said, me and Rico, I locked arms with him and I brought it to his attention that me and him will be able to walk up into somebody's house. I'm not going to give up everything on here. Long story short, it's going to be something real nice. I'm going to be coming to get you out your fucking bed. I want to tell y'all, I don't want nobody to try to take this, even though it's patent and ready. But I'm going to be coming to get you the fuck out your bed. It's going to be so crazy. Look, long story short, hypothetically, you're a follower, a supporter. I don't call them followers. You're a supporter that watches me every day. And that's your girlfriend behind you. She watch you watch me. And she see how excited and inspired you are when you watch me. But you don't want to get the fuck out the bed. You just want to sit there and watch me. So she secretly called me. And when she called me, she said, he's inspired by you. He needs some type of inspiration, some motivation. Could you please come visit him or talk to him or do something? I said, don't worry about it. I'm going to come get him the fuck out the bed. And me and Rico going to pop up. And he's like, oh shit, Meir Malik, Rico. Yeah, I know. We're going to throw a Get the Fuck Out the Bed t-shirt on him, tell him get dressed. And we getting them
So
out.
is this going to be like a vlog, a YouTube channel,
It's going to be
mini-series?
We looking for We TV. This shit going to be big. YouTube vlogging, that's easy. We're trying to be on the mainstream television with this shit. We're trying to be in Shanghai doing this. So with that being said, yes, if you got some people that you need me to come get the fuck out the bed, please get into the comments. Please look for me, because I promise you we'll come get them the fuck out the bed. And we ain't talking about physically lifting them up. They're going to want to get the fuck out the bed because they're inspired and motivated by a person that looks just like them. So yes, like I said, if you need me to come get them, just get in the messages.
Oh, definitely looking forward to that. So I want to jump into this hot topics. I want to first start off with Lil Durk's situation. I know you've been indicted for murder for hire, and yourself, you've been in prison, you've been in jail. So what is he going through right now, being in jail, just getting indicted? Lil Durk.
I had to give a major pause. I heard everything you said. Because I'm just trying to think, what the fuck you want me to say about this man? You want me to start? You want me to really get this shit?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, give
so-
some advice to the people who never been in a position to
Well,
be in
the
the jail
advice
cell.
is this. The advice is this. This is why I told my son he's never allowed to listen to the bullshit, right? Because if you were intelligent, not smart, you would have known that Dirk was a pawn the whole fucking time. Just like I told you in my last fucking joint. All you gotta do is go back and look at my last interview when I talked about my brother A.R. Ab. When I told you that my brother A.R. Ab was a pawn, he was used. They let A.R. Ab become so fucking big, talking about murder, death, kill, homicide, so he can lead millions and millions and millions of motherfucking little black boys into the grave. And what did? They destroyed him in front of the world intentionally. After he did his job. So we're gonna talk about Chief Keef, we're gonna talk about Bobby Shmurda, we're gonna talk about Lil Durk. Lil Durk was the echelon of murder, death, kill, homicide rap. Y'all know that shit over with, right? Wait, y'all know what? Ah! Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so fucking sorry that our people was fucking pawns and we did not even know it. Dumb motherfuckers. And what I mean by that is, look, I'm a victim of a 2020 motherfucking murder for hire. Or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm one of the first motherfuckers to get hit the fuck up in 2020. But y'all know that shit went wildfire in 2020. 2020, they gave away the money. 2020, they dropped boxes and boxes and boxes of motherfucking guns off. 2020 is when they fucking told you, oh my God. 4 years. 4 years. Let me tell you this shit real fast. Like I stated once before, these people are way fucking ahead of us. Everything that's going on in our life was planned 10 years ago. You honestly think they gonna let motherfucking black boys be murderers on camera, on a record label, on the streets, carry guns, slaughter each other like it was nothing and it was just gonna be that? Y'all didn't pay attention. It was a they used the niggas as brooms. They used niggas as brooms. They smoked the whole fucking hood. Now they gentrified and took your fucking grandma's house. You stupid motherfuckers. This is the most passionate fucking joint I ever get. I'm about to cry. That's how mad I am. In 15 years, there ain't gonna be no black men to fucking fight for your people. They not gonna be here. Them niggas talking about spinning. My fucking head is spinning. My head is spinning talking about it. All these fucking black boys is gone now. And they're not coming back. You wanna know why? Because they were directed. You motherfuckers wanna know why I don't follow nobody in the world. I don't follow nobody. I don't look at nobody's Instagram. I don't look at nobody's television. I ain't seen the fucking news in years.
The election just went past, and Donald Trump, he's the new presidential candidate. So what's your thoughts on Donald Trump being the president?
I have nothing bad to say about that man. I don't have nothing good to say about that man. All I'm just saying that all this was a plan. Did you just watch the Mike Tyson and fucking, what's his name?
I seen the highlights. I ain't watch it. I didn't watch it.
Wait. All right, so you didn't. If y'all would have watched this whole setup, I fucking didn't even peep it. Y'all didn't watch what Jake Paul said out his fucking mouth when he was fucking doing a congratulations speech? He said, I want to give a shout out to all the truck drivers, to all the farmers, basically all fucking white people in the fucking country. And he said, America, we back. Y'all didn't even hear that. Y'all didn't even fucking hear that. Niggas is played, bro. We will always be at the bottom of the totem pole because we are controlled. They smoke people like me. I'm talking about them. They get rid of people like me. Because I'm in a position where I can fucking lead. But guess what? The way that the world go, ain't nobody following nobody with a mental. If I ain't talking about a gun, drugs, murder, dumb shit, they don't care. And that's the way of the world. It's the way it was designed. Remember, God made us, they designed us. So at the end of the day, I have nothing good or bad to say about the political because the way the world is going to work because it was designed that way. If you get too deep into something, you get fucking caught up in the emotions of fucked up energy. If you live your way accordingly, whatever comes your way, you gotta fight. If something is in front of you, you gotta fight. But if you go outside with the mental, like, yeah, I'm gonna look for this and I'm gonna fight, you're gonna lose it. When they make me snap, it make me wanna fall out my wheelchair because I'm so passionate. And y'all don't even know, I'll be stopping myself from crying, bro. I don't cry on camera.
Recording.
I watched it last time we spoke about Air Rap. I know it's a close friend of yours. I watched the Philly Fame TV interview, him being a big Sandy, I believe, in the feds. He was speaking on his wife divorcing him, and she moved on from him once he got indicted. So could you just give me your thoughts on that?
I don't really know what went on or what's going on, but, you know, one thing I do know is when you enter them walls, you know, the best thing is to, I don't know if it was his calling, but the best thing is to just release. You gotta let them live their life. You know, just because, you know, y'all was locked in when y'all was out here, don't mean that they gotta spend 55 years with you in prison. Now they still gonna be there because we got children and we love each other. But I'm still a person, so to be a person, you gotta have compassion. And to have compassion is to allow them to go ahead and continue their life. And I don't know what Ab thoughts was, but I know Ab a strong dude. So I doubt that Ab would want to keep his wife locked in while he's dealing with this. But I'm pretty sure just because the word divorce is divorce don't mean that she stopped dealing with him, like cut him off, not talking to him, not visiting him, things like that.
I'm not mistaken, I believe she remarried.
Oh, she remarried?
Yeah,
Well,
I believe so.
Listen, if he Muslim, alhamdulillah. It's no disrespect to that. You got to be a stand-up man to allow that to happen. Because at the end of the day, mentally, you'll be fucked up in there because your heart is in something that it ain't. So the best thing is to release, bro. We did a lot of time in prison, man. Me and Ab, we did prison time. Me and Malik, we did prison time. But we wasn't confined, like we had time locked in. But to have 55 years, man, I didn't know nothing about this, and I don't see that shit. But more power to Ab and more power to his wife.
Did you speak with Ab recently? Do you speak to him?
I haven't spoke to Ab, no. I haven't spoke to Ab. I speak through his best friend, Murder, and, you know, we trade verses that way, but I haven't physically spoke to Ab, and that's kind of crazy. I'm going to find out about it. It's been some years. I ain't talked to Ab yet, but I'm definitely going to reach out and try to figure that shit out tomorrow. I love Ab. That's my motherfucking brother, Abdul West. That's my brother. Free AR Ab.
Free Air Rap. In the black community, in our community, we have so many single moms. It's an epidemic. So what's your solution to the family structure, family household? How can we get the men and the woman back in the nuclear relationship?
Turn your fucking TV off. Turn your radio off. Turn your ears off and worry about your fucking own house. How could you ever think that you're going to ever have a very good family and you listening to songs, they talking about fuck my baby daddy, fuck my baby daddy, bow, 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 get out of here. How do I expect to raise any style of woman, good woman, that's listening to this shit, they twerking, they acting crazy, they walking around with lashes, baby hair, fuck out of here. I've never been into that. I'm not into none of this transformer shit. And I ain't talking about the other people. I'm talking about that shit is Transformers. BBLs, that's Transformers.
There's a mental illness, a disease, a sickness. It's a sickness.
I'm going to stop you. Keep going, what you say?
No, it's a mental illness, it's a disease.
A very big one. And guess where the biggest mental illness is occurring at? In the fucking ghetto, where everybody has a mental illness. It starts from fucking 75, 80 years, 90 years ago. We already have a severe torment against us based off of slavery. It's called, what is it called? What's the word? Where it's passed down. Generational trauma. Generational trauma. So these things are already locked in, and these are things that we can't shake because it's in our brain. In our minds for the rest of our lives, we'll keep saying the white man. In our minds for the rest of our lives, we'll keep blaming instead of us saying it is what the fuck it is and we moving forward. But it's not that easy to do that when it's all you know. My last name, Howard, that's a white man last name. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, everything that has to do with our life, we will be fucking questioning and we will be blaming. So when it comes down to certain things, you want to change the world, you want to change your house, you got to shut all that shit off. Turn your computer off, turn your phone off, turn the TV off, turn your ears off, and worry about what you got going on. We live in a major fucking matrix right now. When I say a major matrix, it is an extreme matrix. You got people that literally make themselves feel like they are the man and the woman because they got coupons. Did you hear what I just said? Coupons. You ever heard a motherfucker say, I got 10 million, I'm rich? You got coupons, bro. You ain't got their money. You ain't got their money. You don't got their money. You don't got that money. You have a coupon, which means they gave you this shit so that you could be pampered and impressed and think that it's this. You ain't got their money. I live downtown where as though motherfuckers own 16 motherfucking skyscrapers, nigga. 16 apartment buildings with fucking over 40 units. $3,000 a fucking month. You ain't got that money. They got that money. That's called generational wealth. We have generational trauma, which means for the rest of our lives, we'll be passed down more and more and more and more. Now look at all the murders of the fathers, the grandfathers, the mothers. Bro, I don't even fucking watch TV, bro. But I know that a lot of women got killed. And in my era, if a woman got killed, we was like, what the fuck? How'd they find her like that? Now she got shot. Now she got caught up in a drive-by, gang banging and shooting back. No, somebody raped and killed her. Things that they would do to a woman, which is not right at all, but these are things that will be done to a woman instead of us hearing, yo, you heard about Shalonda? Yeah, she got in a shootout with such and they hit her and she died. What the fuck? It's a fucking matrix. So to answer your question, that's the best way to do it. Shut the world off.
Yeah, the world got like a lot of influences that's not good. You feel me? It's not good for the mind, not good for the people, as we know. I wanted to speak on Dark Low. Last interview, I asked you about his situation, him snitching and ratting, but that whole part got cut out because of the audio. So I want to ask you again, is Dark Low, I know it's a close friend of yours, I believe so, is he a rat, is he a snitch?
I said this shit on camera when I was laying in the bed and couldn't move. Fuck no, Dark Low ain't a snitch. He run his fucking mouth too much. And I love him. That's my man, Hanif, that's my man, Dark Low. Neef, nah, he's not a snitch. These young niggas are snitches. They tell you they killed somebody, and they tell you how they killed somebody, and then they keep telling you how they killed. Dark Low just ran his fucking mouth too much. Yes, that's what happened. And that's my man. And if I was able and willing, I would fuck him up. We would be rumbling over that. Because guess what? If he was home right now, he'll tell you I had a conversation about this before he went to jail. Like, you doing too fucking much. Shut the fuck up. See, certain niggas think that when you get into a situation, you are a nigga and you can get out of it. You can't talk your way out of this. You can't spin around and talk around and do, don't nobody give a fuck about this. Because all you're doing is implementing. Shut the fuck up. That's it. But no, Dark never got on the stand, told nobody, never said nobody did nothing, none of that. He just did dickhead shit.
Okay. He denounced the Islamic religion, and he's a Israelite. What's your thoughts on that? From his Philly Fame TV interview, that's what he said.
Listen, that's his life. And he knows what he has to deal with. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody has a path in this world, man. Every single person has a path in this world. If it's a fork, you can go left, you can go right. You go in that middle, you know what's going to happen. It's up to you. That man's a grown man. That's what he chooses to do. Let him deal with it. Well, guess what? Whatever he chooses, he got to deal with it. That's it. That's all. I don't judge. I definitely tell people, you know what you're doing. So that's why I live my life. And I try to teach my baby, my son, humility, strength, respect. You know, things like that. When we was just in the fashion district, and some guy walked by, a homeless man, and he reeked. And I heard one adult say, "Oh my God, he stinks." And then my son said it. I snapped on that adult very respectfully. So we don't do that. We don't disrespect. And we don't tell people what their fucking problems is. We ask them, what is your problem? And how can we help? So I had to call my son over because my son was like, dude, he stinks. Shut the fuck up. We don't do that. If he stinks, he's not able to wash. If his clothes is dirty, he's not able to get any clean ones. If he's sleeping on the ground, he ain't got nowhere to sleep. What the fuck you gonna do to help him? We don't throw dirt on people. We don't do that. So when we ask questions about people that's already fucked up and down, we just say more power to them. We pray that everything gets better, but I have nothing bad to say.
Dark Glow, I think he's coming home soon from his interview. Do you think he can sustain his rap career? I know you have a big fan base. He got fans all over the country, even worldwide. Do you think he can continue rapping, even though some people call him a rat and a snitch?
I believe he can, yeah. The reason why I say I believe he can, because you got niggas that snitch. Like Woody, he's a fucking superstar right now.
Who's Woody?
The nigga that told on fucking, the nigga whose shirt I'm wearing. The bald head boy that's on the internet that's telling on fucking Young Thug.
Oh, yeah.
His witness is a rock star. The world has changed. Don't nobody give a fuck about that rat shit no more. Don't nobody care about that, bro. Because let me tell you this one last thing. Y'all ready? All right, let me get this last thing. Oh my God. This right here. God created us. They designed us. Let me say this one last fucking time. God created us and they designed us. With that being said, I'm saying they designed us to say, no snitching. Fuck that, I'm a stand-up nigga. Rah-Rah that was next to me killed that nigga and I ain't saying nothing. I got Jeremiah sitting right there, but guess what? That little nigga gonna grow up by himself. I'm gonna be a real nigga and stand up. Only they told us to do that. I'm in prison and I see fucking Billy Joel. Oh yeah, that motherfucker shot him. I was there. I would stand on the stand and tell him, yes, you know you fucking did it. I didn't fucking do it. I had my fucking son in the house. Fuck are you talking about? Guess what they gonna do? Billy Joe going home. While Rah-Rah dumbass sitting in jail, like, I'm a real nigga. And then we saying he's not a snitch. He's a real nigga, but guess what? Jeremiah is going to be the next fucking killer. Jeremiah is going to be the next killed. Jeremiah is going to be the next lost little fucking black boy because his dad wanted to be a stand-up real nigga. Call me what the fuck you want. I ain't no rat. I ain't no sucker. I just was a dummy for 38 years. I just woke up. Sad fucking game that I'm in a wheelchair now.
Um, I seen a video on YouTube. You was fighting a security guard. Everybody know you can mix. You got hands, and you showed it on camera. So speak about y'all two getting in the situation of fighting. Why was y'all mixing in that situation? Fridays on City Line, City Avenue.
Shout out to Shaq. Shaq, that was the nigga I was fighting.
Someone wrote in the comments he was shot. That's what they wrote.
He never got shot.
That's what someone wrote in the comments.
Shaq, my man. People don't even know right after that fight, me and Cuz got tight. I didn't even know I knew him, but he knew me, right? So it was like, yeah, fuck all that. It was a fight. It never went no deeper, never got nothing. Me and that nigga pulled jokes together after that. Shout out to fucking Shaq. So that's what I'm trying to tell people. Y'all got to stop looking into this internet thinking it's so big. It was a fucking fight. I whooped your ass, Shaq. You my man. I whooped your ass. But, that ain't gonna take away the fact that that's really my guy. He's a man. It was a fight. It happened like that. Nobody got shot. He did get shot. Then he got shot in his face. I was in the hospital when he got shot. That was my man way after that. So I don't know nothing about none of that, but he did get shot. But you know, I talked to him after that. Shaq do a lot of dickhead shit too, though. He was one of the security guards that got on everybody's fucking nerves. So he does dumb shit that could possibly put him in that. But nah, that's my man. I have nothing bad to say about Shaq.
Shout out to that situation.
That's sad.
Last time we was here, we spoke on King Erner. You feel me? We spoke on that situation. And the questions I got, I think everyone want to know. I did watch an interview way back, and he was interviewing you. So how did you meet King Erner? How did y'all meet?
Hey, yo, I know, y'all know him as King Erner. I know him as Hodge. You hear me? Hodge was a very nice, chill dude before the internet got his dick hard. And I mean that with all truth and honesty, you know? That was really my man. I got pictures, I'll send it to you. And he was on my block in Southwest. I used to make his clothes. If y'all don't know, y'all call him King Erner. If y'all know anything about Meir Malik and Malik, a.k.a. Leek Moss, can be the motherfucking co-signer. That's actually, Leek Moss was in prison. A.R. Ab, fucking Dark Low, every OBH member ever out can co-sign this. I created the fucking first Erner shirt. I created the first Erner shirt. So y'all call him King Erner. You know he got his name Erner off of being a fucking hustling ass nigga. I give him his props on this. This motherfucker, shout out to fucking Hodge. They gave this nigga he earned his name, the Erner, because he would be in the studio. This before he was King Erner. He had the studio passed down to him from my man Moo. Moo from Uptown. Moo had a QSC, Quiet Storm Entertainment fucking studio before AR Ab and any of them niggas had it. Moo had to do a little bid. Moo had fucking Hodge running the joint. Hodge dropped the ball, but however, whatever, he brought AR Ab and them in. And when Ab and them came in, it became more of it was a bunch of niggas around. So Hodge was so fucking intelligent, not smart. I gave him the fucking props of intelligent. He said, it's too many niggas around. All these niggas getting money. Everybody hungry. Everybody thirsty. I'm about to fucking rip it. That nigga went to the supermarket. He came back with motherfucking popcorn, microwavable popcorn. That nigga went and got some sugar and some other shit. And I forget the name of the fucking popcorn. The nigga made a name for the popcorn, bro. And the popcorn was selling $5 a bag. And the shit was selling like fucking crack. You hear me? Sodas, popcorn, like it was crack. So he deserved and earned that name, the Erner. He said, this is an earn. Bro, shout out to fucking this nigga. All y'all gotta do is look me up on YouTube. This was my man. You would see me and him in the studio together, just us, where he's recording me. You hear him in the background. He talking about this nigga just learned how to do this. I'm recording myself, going in the microphone, going to the booth, and I'm recording myself. All that shit, this is me and him. This was my guy before Leak ever came home. So, you know, this is where he got that name from. Earner, because that's what he did. But all this other new shit and all the other shit, that super brolic tough shit, that shit not real. He's a real good person. All like, "Grr." That's not him. I'm fucking telling you, let me get the camera one more time. I'm telling you that's not him. It's the camera. Haj, you want to have a conversation? We can talk, bro, because we Muslim. But you know this ain't it. He's a fucking rat. That's cosmetic, bro. It's cosmetic. So I promise you, I don't mind doing another interview with you. You know you my brother. We don't talk about this nigga not one more John, bro, please. Because for real, I feel like it dims the light over here. Because it's like, what's the relevancy of it? The world know who he is. I don't want to talk about him no more. I really feel like I ain't winning doing that. But if we're going to talk about a lot of things that Meir Malik started, I started a lot of this shit. Okay. I started the merch game in Philly. They don't even know about it. I was selling fucking shirts off of AR Abs fucking, off of his fucking, I used to control his Instagram. I used to sell shirts from here to Canada, $75 to $150 hoodies in 2011. In 2011, I sold so many fucking shirts to Ad found out. He was like, yo, bro, they changed, the nigga Johnny, that was his manager. They changed the motherfucking passcode. Because I was tearing that shit up. Is my hat crooked?
It's cool, though.
I'm cool. I look like T.I.?
It's that T.
All right, it's cool.
Okay. So moving on from King Earner, we don't got to speak on that again. I think, like I said, the culture, I wanted to know, people wanted to know our relationship. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Another thing I wanted to ask you is the Pamby Rock situation. The video came out of him being killed in California. They came out with that video. So what's your thoughts on that situation?
I ain't see that either. But if anybody...
They say he was backdoor. Someone that worked there, an employee.
Obviously, it was backdoor.
Yeah,
He's not from California.
Right.
That's an obvious. I just was talking to his ex-manager, Mont, on the phone the other day. Mont actually want to meet Jeremiah. So, yeah. Hey, Mont, you better come fucking meet my son. But, yeah, if y'all know about Rock, that was my nigga, too. So, I mean, I don't know what happened. Of course, he was backdoored.
He said it was a father and son. The son was 17 who shot him.
Oh, I know about that. I heard about those two people. Yeah, but like I said, what was the point of putting the video out now? Y'all had this video when he got killed. What was the point of putting it out now? It's all a public outcry. It's all controlling. Once you got a wound that healed up, the fuck you opening it up for? Your mama beat your ass if she seen you scratching your scrape, right? Your scar, right? Mm-hmm. So ask the question of why are they pulling out old scars? Like, we know he got killed. It don't matter how he got killed. It don't matter who backdoored him. He's dead. End result, it happened. The fuck are you telling me years later for how it happened? I don't give a fuck. With all due respect. But that's my answer to that. Like,
okay.
That don't, I'm trying to tell you, bro. When we talk about things that's being controlled, it can't enter my soul because it is something that's to be controlled.
Okay. This is the last hot topic question I have for you. I know you was out Cali, doing your thing, living life. Diddy situation. I'm not sure if you went to a Diddy party. You being out there.
Fuck you.
I'm not. But what's your thoughts on Diddy being indicted? That's the last hot topic question.
It's the same.
In the feds, in the music industry, people selling their soul. What's your
opinion on that? Same thing with everything. Same thing with Dirkio, they allow you to be this person all the way up until you did your job, and then they publicly destroy you. If I let Jeremiah, come here, Jeremiah. Turn around. If I let this little boy run around and act like he's Meir Malik, from 8 years old to 18, who the fuck you think he's gonna be?
Meir Malik.
Uncontrolled, think he is the man and think that everything's supposed to be dropped on his lap. And I let him be that person all the way up to the point he's 18. And then I try to control him. And then I tell him, it's over. And I destroy him because he became who I allowed him to be. That's what happened. Oh, let me back it up. We got a bunch of, stop moving. We got a bunch of young niggas that follow Jeremiah, right? And I know they do. So I let Jeremiah be Jeremiah till he's 18. And being Jeremiah was not a very good person. Jeremiah led people into that level, that lane, and that lane. So I let Jeremiah do it for 25 years. You do think about it, 25 years is a couple generations. They all followed suit of the way that the doctrine was put together. Once that's all done, just like it was done with everybody, because the nigga season is over. Look at Dirk, look at Diddy, look at everybody. They publicly destroy you, and then once they publicly destroy you, they close and cut the lights off, and they open up doors for other people. I'm gonna tell you this shit one more time. It's some fucked up shit about to happen. It's some things about to occur. But guess what? I'm gonna say this one time only. God created us, they designed us. Whatever happens is what's going to happen. If you're not strong and who you are, faith, and keep your household tight, you're gonna lose focus on everything. Because guess what? We just living to die anyway.
When you say they, are you speaking on white supremacists, the government?
Definitely.
Just clearing it up.
No, we gotta give it to them. We gotta let them. We gotta give them their stage. They deserve it. They earned it. And I'm not the person that blames everything on them, but at the end of the day, they are the controllers, the overseers. I live downtown, bro. I live literally a block and a half away from where the slave graveyard is. My fucking son is 8 years old and be like, yo, we're driving over top of a slave graveyard. I got grown people don't even know that. We got grown people that don't even know that. People don't even know right in front of the U.S. Constitution is the fucking slave graveyard.
And people don't want to know.
They don't
They
want to
choose
know.
not to.
They don't want to know. So at the end of the day, when you get a chance, go on, what's that, 50th in Baltimore, right next to the fire station. It's a blue building right there. And on the blue building, it's a picture, is laminated. And it shows you the old Baltimore Avenue in the 1950s, and then it shows you the new Baltimore Avenue today. And what I'm trying to explain to people is everything goes back every 50 to 60 years, whether it be directly or like somewhat partially. And Baltimore Avenue, if you already know anything about it, was always white. Yeah, it was. My mother is from Baltimore Avenue. My grandma, all of them, yeah. It's always been white people. They taking it back. And they let the niggas become brooms. They became brooms. So now your grandmom that been living there for 75 years is forced to move inside of a fucking... Just the way the world working, bro. Shout out to the, what they call themselves? Sliders, or what they call them?
What's the name for it?
Steppers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the steppers. You dumb motherfuckers than me. Y'all done tap dance so fucking hard. You're a gangster, say the street is over. So we get the streets is over, but what else? The rap game is definitely over. Y'all seen that? I was a rapper. I forgot. You remember that, right? So when I say that, y'all ain't notice all the old rappers coming back? Did y'all notice that? Did y'all notice all of the old spitters saying it's our time now? Because don't nobody want to hear that stepper shit no more. It's over. It's over. It's over. The reign is over. They did their job.
Well, I appreciate you, Meir Malik. You feel me? Always giving wisdom, always dropping knowledge. Anything you want to touch on before we slide?
I just want to tell people we might be in a negative state, a negative situation. But if you think positive, even though you fucking negative, something good gonna come out of it. Even if you in a fucked up position, if you think positive, something good gonna come up out of it. And don't be controlled. It's all right to shut your phone off. It's all right to stop talking. It's all right to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think you made a good point because I know these cell phones, technology, there's so much influence. They tell us what to do, how to think, and we don't notice that. So that's what you're saying is major. You feel me? It's a real thing.
Like I said, I have millions and millions and millions of views. Over 300,000 on TikTok. I think almost 40,000 on Instagram. I don't follow nobody on no platforms because I don't see nothing, I don't hear nothing, I don't feel nothing, I don't get nothing, I don't watch TV, I don't do none of that shit. I don't do nothing. You can't tell me about nothing other than what the fuck we talking about right now.
So you don't live amongst this world. You're in the world, but not of the world. And well, we addicted nowadays. I was on the L train. I'm on the L. I'm addicted myself. I need a break. Everyone looking at their phones. I'm in the mall today. Everyone on their phones. So people's not social no more. Everybody spending their time on their phones. That's not good for your mental. You feel me? Being devices.
I'm mad that my arms don't work like that, but I'm happy my arms don't work like that. The way I'm popping all over the internet, you'd think I'd be like this all day. Fuck no. It's called mental strength. That's why I'm able to be like that all over the internet and I don't see nothing. How the fuck you don't see that, man? You fronting. No, I'm not. I didn't see it. I don't want to see it. My aide is behind you. She's not allowed to come in my house arguing, cursing on the phone from a nigga yesterday, whatever. I got flowers in my house. I have floral scents in my house. I have a very cool ambience. We don't argue, we don't see, we don't deal, we don't do nothing evil. That Meir Malik y'all thought, I don't even know that nigga. You heard what I said? The Meir Malik y'all thought. I don't even know, dude. We all positive around here. That's where I'm at. Positive, right, J Mel?
Right.
That's my young boy. Sit up.
So we signing out. Meir Malik, the young King Jeremiah. You feel me? Thank y'all for sliding through.
Shout out to Rico the Trainer.
Rico the Trainer, my brother. Acaf 221 South 52nd Street.
Yes, sir.
You already know, man. I'm 37 Mac. We Umbrella Committee. We here at Acaf. You feel me? 221 South 52nd Street, West Philly, man. You already know they got all natural products. You feel me? Baby body butter that's good for your skin. If you got sensitive skin, whatever, man. Make sure you come get with them. All natural products, you mean?